So good evening, everybody. It is so wonderful to be back here at Musar Mondays. But tonight, the first video we're going to share with our friends online is not going to be about Musar Monday, but rather it's going to be about current events. It's not about politics. It's just about the eternal capital of the Jewish people, the homeland of our ancestors, and my birthplace. I was born in Jerusalem, and for me today was a really exciting day. It was emotional. I watched the whole ceremony of the opening of the American embassy in Jerusalem. And whether or not you voted or didn't vote, you voted one candidate or another candidate, it's really irrelevant. This has nothing to do about politics. This has to do with something so monumental, it almost seems biblical. And I decided this morning that I must talk about it just because I need to express my joy. My own personal joy. So this is a selfish video. If you're not interested, then you can turn this off and it's fine. I'll forgive you. But isn't this amazing? It is absolutely amazing that the greatest superpower in the world has recognized that Israel, a sovereign nation, has the right to declare its own capital, and that it should be recognized as such by the nations of the world. This is something which is monumental. This is something which is unprecedented, and this is something which really is a cause for great celebration. But I want to point out something. Our president is not the first to say we're going to move the embassy to Jerusalem. He's not the first. Many, 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 many presidents have made that same promise. And the question is, what's going on over here? So I have a little theory I'd like to share with you. It says that when terrible things happen to the Jewish people, it's that in heaven there was a decree, and whoever wanted to do harm was able to take the power of that decree and do whatever they wanted with it. You think about the Holocaust. Well, there was a decree that certain things should happen to the Jewish people, and you had a wicked person in Germany who says, I want to be the guy to take care of these Jews for God, so to speak. There was already that decree. Now the only question is, who's going to be the messenger? The decree to recognize and honor Jerusalem could have been there for many decades. And we see that many presidents have made that promise. But the Talmud says something very, very important. Certain merits are sent through the meritorious. Do we understand the calculations? We don't understand the calculations. But everyone made that same promise. But one individual actually did it. Perhaps there was that good decree, and he chose to be the one. I'm going to be the one who's going to jump in and do it. I think there's something very important about taking an initiative that we can learn from this. Whether it's, starting that new ambitious goal, whether it's that new diet, it's a new sleeping habits, whether it's whatever it is, new way of living, trying a new lifestyle, whatever it is. Not to be afraid to take an initiative. Not to be afraid to jump in and try it. Everyone talks about it. Everyone talks. Think about a diet, because diet is relevant to all of us, at least to me. To me, it's pretty relevant. Right? How many times do people say, yeah, I'm starting my diet next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. When I get back from that wedding, right? Right. After Shavuot, after all the cheesecakes, that's when I'm starting the diet. Okay, so they wait, and they lose the opportunity. Or we can say, you know what? I'm not waiting. I'm jumping in. I'm taking care of it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a doer. I'm going to be a nachshon who jumped into the water before it split. Didn't say, you know what? I'll wait till it splits. And when it splits, then we'll talk. He went ahead and did it. I think that that's the quality we are looking for. We are looking for the opportunities to be the doer, not to be the follower. I think it's a great celebration. I think there's a lot we can learn here. And I look forward to the day where on an American passport that says born in Jerusalem, that it won't only say Jerusalem, but rather it will say Jerusalem, Israel. Because as of now, it still just says Jerusalem, it doesn't say Israel. Because it's disputed territory. But I look forward to the day where it'll actually say Jerusalem, Israel. With that, my friends, thank you very, very much for listening. Thank you for giving us this time to celebrate and to be joyous in this momentous occasion. Please join us in a few minutes. We will be continuing Musar Mondays, part 3 of the 13 Principles of Faith. And it's hopefully going to be a lively discussion. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely evening on Mazel Tov. Congratulations on Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, Yerakodesh, Yerushalayim, our holy city. Hopefully, the full honor of our city with the building of the Bet HaMikdash, with the Holy Temple, will be restored to its complete status. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.